Hello and welcome to Writer Wednesdays with Sara. I'm Sara R. Turnquist, multi-published clean historical romance author. I want to continue something special that I started before in the last couple of months. Years ago, I tried my hand at publishing a collection of short stories in my Convenient Risk series. See, I had two supporting characters that I was eager to see more of, so I did a little more of a lighthearted collection of short stories. There's a short story for each month of a year. And in the last couple of months, we started this story doing the February short story, and I will pick up where we left off last time. So again, this is the third installment of February from These Golden Years. Dorothy spent much of the next day stewing. Not even her work at the ranch could distract her from her thoughts. What on earth was that man thinking? How could he lie to her? To her! It just wasn't right. They'd been married precious few years, and now he trampled on her trust. And Lord knew she didn't trust easily. Lord knew. If only Owen could understand that. She'd thought he did. She squared her shoulders and shifted her focus to her task as the water started to boil. It was clear. He didn't. Or wouldn't. Movement near the door to the dining room gave her pause. She turned in that direction, but it was only Amanda with Oliver in her arms. The tune she hummed to soothe the little one was pleasant, but it did nothing to calm Dorothy's worn nerves. Still, she offered the younger woman a smile. Nap time? Dorothy took a moment from her vegetables and stepped toward the mother and child. Amanda nodded and sighed. He's fighting it. Oh, not this one. Dorothy peered into the sweet angel face of the newest addition to the household. Then she glanced at Amanda. The weariness shone around her eyes. No matter how well her features could disguise it, Dorothy knew. Still not getting a lot of sleep? Amanda drew in a deep breath. Is it that obvious? Patting her friend on the shoulder, Dorothy gave her what she hoped was an encouraging smile. Only to someone who knows you well and cares deeply. The younger woman nodded but didn't say anything. Yes? Dorothy prodded when Amanda's next words were not forthcoming. Dorothy squeezed her arm. I know, dear. But she didn't. She'd never been in Amanda's place. But that couldn't stop her from trying her best to sympathize and support her friend. Amanda's gaze caught Dorothy's. And Brandon, he tries. He really does. Dorothy nodded. But I don't know. It's just not the same. Ah, those Miller men. Dorothy let her own emotions simmering underneath the surface show for a minute. They have a stubborn streak indeed. Amanda nodded and looked back at the child, whose lower lip poked out and brow creased. He would be squalling soon. She bounced the bundle gently. The youngster did not relent. Even Oliver here. It comes natural. Her words were not helping. That was obvious. Was she too stuck on her own troubles with Owen? This wasn't about her and Owen. This was about Amanda and what was happening with her. Dorothy put a hand on the child's light curls. They mean well, though, our Miller men. Can't fault 'em one bit for their good intentions. They got buckets of that. Amanda did not take her eyes off Oliver or slow her rocking motions, but her demeanor seemed to lift. Dorothy's words couldn't change that the little one needed Amanda throughout the night, but perhaps they helped her perspective on some of Brandon's behavior. Whatever was happening there. Oh, I think he's settling, Amanda whispered. Dorothy looked down. So he is. Thank you. The words were mouthed as Amanda turned toward the hall. Dorothy watched her go, hoping the woman would grab some sleep for herself. Yes, those men of theirs were tiresome and frustrating, but their hearts were always in the right place, and that included Owen. She frowned. Did that mean she would have to be patient and understanding? Maybe give him space to show her that his intentions were good? Blast it all. Thank you so much for listening to another installment of These Golden Years, the month of February. I hope you have a great week. See you back here next time for another Writer Wednesdays with Sara.